week, hundreds of students and education leaders are coming to Toronto for the historic Education is a Human Right Conference that's being hosted by the children of Attawapiskat. Now, their fight for a school has led to the largest youth-driven children's rights movement in Canadian history. Now, I know that the children have invited the minister to participate and be part of the solution, and I think it would be a little odd if the only no-show was the federal government. So, will the minister attend?
Good. The Honourable Minister of Indian Affairs and Northern Development.
Speaker, unfortunately, of course, that conference, which I am pleased to see taking place, is taking place while the House is sitting, so it's kind of difficult for me to be there. But, Mr. Speaker, I will have officials in attendance, and, Mr. Speaker, I hope part of what they talk about is the fact that this government extended the Canadian Human Rights Act to apply on reserves. The first government to ever do that, Mr. Speaker. I hope that's part of the discussion because, Mr. Speaker, human rights is important for every Canadian.
Yeah. Honourable Member for Timmins-James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, I really think that the children of Attawapiskat deserve something better than this kind of PMO platitude from the war room.
Here, here.
The fact is, the education leaders of Canada have stepped into the vacuum because they have seen the long paper trail of commitments that were made to these children, commitments that were broken arbitrarily in the fall of 2007. Now, the minister can show some leadership here. All he has to do is restore the negotiations that were supported by his predecessor to build these children a school.
Here, here. Honourable Minister of Indian Affairs and Northern Development.
Of course, Mr. Speaker, those discussions continue with the leadership in Attawapiskat. Mr. Speaker, we're confident that we'll be able to continue to make good progress. We've already invested several $million in the school there and want to continue, of course, to support the children and the education. But, Mr. Speaker, the important question is, in this throne speech, the specific priority of this government when it comes to Aboriginal people is completing Aboriginal agreements across this country with interested provincial counterparts. Mr. Speaker, we're well on the way to doing that. The question I have for this member at the other end of the House, is he going to support the throne speech because it's about education for Aboriginal people?